Hey guys, it's Megan, and today I'm back with another makeup journal video. If you missed the last one, I'll have it linked in the description. I'm also going to link all of the products that I used, so if there's anything that you want to try for yourself, or if you have questions about anything, it'll all be linked down below. I did 5 more pages this week, so let's just get into it. First page that I did this time was inspired by the Flower Nose Matte Lip Cream. I totally forgot that I had this until someone requested this brand in the comments. I don't normally go for matte lip products, but let's be real, I mainly bought this for the packaging. You know how I traced around the products on some of the other pages? Since this packaging is super textured, I thought it would be cool to do a pencil rubbing on top instead. I originally tried just putting a piece of paper on top of the whole thing, but that did not work out, so I ended up taping smaller pieces around each of the different parts so I could do it in sections. I cut each section out, traced the lip gloss onto another sheet of paper, and glued each section down to put it all together. I thought the frames on this magazine page kind of fit the vibe, so I cut this one out, and I decided to do a kiss print on some pink paper to swatch the lip cream. I wanted to put that inside the frame. I added this Rose magazine clipping for the background, and I traced the Flower Nose logo onto some scrap paper. This was actually left over from my first Altoids wallet. Of course, I added some of the packaging, and another one of those frames from the magazine. I added the pencil rubbing and the swatch to the opposite page, and used the rest of the space to write down some notes. Like I said, I don't usually go for matte lip products because my lips tend to be really dry, but if you use a lip scrub first, get rid of any dry skin, it'll make a big difference. Another thing you can do is to use a Q-tip to soften up the edges. This seriously, it looks so cute, definitely recommend. My only real complaint is that the product inside does not match the bottle at all, but I cut a few larger hearts from the rest of the packaging to fill up some of that empty space. And here's how the finished page turned out. Have you ever bought makeup just for the packaging? Because honestly, that's half of the makeup that I own. At this point, I'm convinced that whoever invented Bluetooth did it solely to piss me off. I just finished this Flower Nose page in my makeup journal, and let me tell you, it was the most frustrating thing. Here are all the ideas that didn't make it to the page. I always see the journal girlies using these little sticker printers. I don't know if it's because this one is old or what, but every time I go to use this thing, it takes me an hour to connect it to my phone. And once I finally printed it, I was gonna put it inside this frame, but it was a little small, so I stuck it onto some scrapbook paper. I don't know if it's because I cut it, but pro tip, don't use Elmer's glue anywhere near this zinc paper because... Alright then, I gave up, I threw the whole thing away. I originally used a gold pen for the title. Absolutely hated it, ended up redoing it with colored pencils. And since the applicator is sort of teardrop shaped, I thought it would be cool to swatch it by making little hearts. Which again, ugly, didn't match, but it stained the page, so I had to cover it up. Anyways, if you ever wonder why these videos take me so long, this probably explains a lot, and if anyone can recommend one of these photo printers that actually works, please comment down below because I want to like this, it's just so frustrating to use. I'm a firm believer that buying craft supplies is an entirely separate hobby from actually making the crafts. The first thing that I got were these stickers, which absolutely obsessed. All of this was from Amazon, by the way. As always, you know where to find the link. It says they're supposed to be waterproof, so you could use these on a water bottle or something if you wanted to, but I got them to use in my makeup journal, which if you couldn't already tell, that's the theme of this haul. Okay, the next thing that I got was a Canon IV2 printer. I told you guys this last week. I have an old zinc printer like this from another brand and it refuses to connect to my phone. It's so annoying. So let's see if this one's any easier. There's not really any instructions. They just tell you to download the app. All these are cute. I wish I had friends. Okay, it's official. If you want a mini photo printer, get this one because it literally connected in 2 seconds. I still have a bunch of the HP zinc paper left, and I heard that if you save the blue card from the Canon paper, that you can use whatever paper that you have in here. So we'll have to test that out at some point. The color's a little darker than the image on my phone, but that's pretty common with these types of printers. I'll have to play around with the editing a little bit. I also ordered a case for it, which, you put the printer in the bottom and then you put all the extra stuff in the pocket on the top. Why did I feel the need to explain that? Who knows? But let's move on to the next journal page. 10 years from now, I'm gonna look at this and go, what the heck was I thinking? My favorite thing about this makeup journal is that someday I'll be able to look back on all the different trends. I saw Meg DeAngelis doing this lipstick contour on my For You page the other day, and let me tell you, May Baby Tumblr has never steered me wrong, so I had to try it. I have no idea what she did for the base, so I just did some tinted sunscreen and a little bit of concealer. And I used one of my mom's old Clinique lipsticks, which is almost certainly expired, but Clinique is basically known for not breaking you out, so fingers crossed. Since it's more about a technique than a specific product, I went through some old magazines and I tried to find a bigger face so that I could show where to put the contour. I tried to mix a paint color that was similar to the lipstick. This was not the easiest thing to blend, and this lipstick wasn't as pigmented as I thought that it would be, but you know what? I don't hate it. I actually kind of like this placement. I just think that it needs to be a little bit darker. I might try this with the NYX Wonder Stick blush instead of lipstick next time. Just like when you use cream blush, you add the setting powder last. Literally, when I first started doing makeup, I did not know that. I would always do my under eyes first, but apparently that is not how you're supposed to do it. Guys, I messed this up so bad. You can always find pictures of lipstick in magazines. Well, I'm assuming this is lipstick, I don't know. As we've established, I love a good collage. I really like doing the titles with stamps. These ones were from Hobby Lobby. I didn't really need to write that much about this. Okay, here's where the problem started. I started out doing the writing in lowercase, but I thought it looked ugly, so I tried to fix it. The mistake was very obvious, so I ended up going over a few random words with a thicker pen to sort of make it look intentional, and I should have stopped here. But I always like to swatch the products that I use, so I thought I'd do a little kiss print in that empty space. How is my aim that bad? No wonder I'm single. Listen, the bright lights, after a certain amount of time, I'm basically blind. I tried to fix it by adding another magazine cutout, and I did a couple doodles. We did some hearts, some little like dashes around some of the magazine pictures. Sometimes you gotta know when to stop. Unfortunately, that is a lesson I still need to learn. But here's how the finished page turned out. I had great skin until about 6 months ago. The clean and clear is no longer keeping things under control. And I'm always kind of scared to try new skincare because I'm afraid that it'll make it worse. But I got these face masks in a PR package and I wanted to try them out. I already use a hyaluronic acid moisturizer, so I wanted to try this one first. Of course, we have to save the packaging for my journal. As always, I cut the packaging apart, peeled the extra cardboard off the back, and I found this picture in a magazine that literally looks like this exact face mask. I've used these a couple times so far. I don't know if this is really promoting this, but I don't really like to promote things unless I've actually tried it. So I've tried it a couple times. So far, so good. And here's the before and after. No makeup, no filter. I'm honestly so nervous to post this because I saw how they went after that one girl. And you know what though? Like, people always hate on aging. And I mean, like, yeah, it's not fun. But guys, I have cheekbones now. Everything else is going to shit, but at least I have cheekbones, so just let me have my moment. Like I said, since I literally know nothing about skincare, and this didn't seem to irritate my skin, I wanted to write down some of the active ingredients and like what they're supposed to do. So in theory, if I get something that has these ingredients in it again, my skin should not break out. But like I said, that's just a theory. I used a marker to highlight each ingredient. I researched this, okay, and they did not all fit on the page. But anyways, here's how the finished page turned out. Oh my gosh, guys, I just got a package from CoverGirl. I have no idea what's in here, but I'm so excited. We'll do a full unboxing at the end, but how did they know that I was out of brow gel? This is perfect. I'm gonna be so real. I have not done my eyebrows properly in a hot minute, and I was gonna film it, but even with contacts in, I could not see what I was doing. So I thought I'd make a little diagram on this page to show you how I did them instead. I like to use an eyebrow pencil to line up and make a mark from the tip of my nose to the middle of my brows, from the dimple of my nose to the inner edge of my brow, the dimple of my nose through the pupil to the arch, and from the corner of my nose to the end of my eyebrow. Connect the dots, and then you'll have a nice little guide to trim around. I used a hole punch to cut hearts from the packaging and numbered each step. I thought this pink cloud packaging was just the cutest thing. I made a few more pink clouds by tracing one of the stickers that they sent me onto another magazine page and stamped out the words brow mapping on top. Okay, so this is where the brow gel comes in. After you draw the little diagram with the pencil, you brush your brows up with gel and pluck any hairs underneath the lines with tweezers. Then I use more gel to push them down. Use an eyebrow razor to trim the top just a little bit. And finally, you push them back up and trim the hairs at the top with cuticle scissors. If you've ever bought an eyebrow pencil that's too dark, perfect use for it. But I was actually so impressed with how well the brow pencil that they sent me matched. They sent me a brow pencil and a brow pomade, 3 mascaras, and a lip gloss. Thank you so much to CoverGirl. Can't wait to try these out and use them on future pages. I glued down a few more bits of packaging, and here's how the finished page turned out. I used to absolutely suck at eyeliner. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I was just like, fine, I guess I'll just be ugly. I give up. I was being a little dramatic. It turns out I just have hooded eyes. I finally figured it out with a combination of 2 things. One was these eyeliner stamps. And the second thing I learned from Makeup by Melissa M on TikTok. Huge shout out. When you're putting on eyeliner, apparently, if you keep your eyes open. I struggled for so many years and literally all I had to do was keep my eyes open. Maybe this is common knowledge, but like, listen, I am not a beauty guru, that's why I make crafts. For this page, I found this Prada ad where the model, she looks like she has hooded eyes and her eyeliner looks pretty similar to the effect that you can get with these stamps. I tried to cut off most of the perfume sample on the back. Although perfume samples would also be a good addition to a makeup journal, I found a couple paper scraps that kind of matched the packaging. Then I arranged everything and stuck it down on the page. I always like to write stuff down and do little bullet points. And I've been using a heart hole punch, but I wanted to switch it up. I found this star one, and I used this side of the page to write down eyeliner tips for hooded eyes. If I had to pick my top 3 tips, keep your eyes open, make the wing go straight instead of flicking it up, and it's also helpful if you keep some Q-tips and micellar water handy to fix any mistakes. There was still some space at the bottom, so I stuck down part of the insert that came in the box. And here's how the finished page turned out. These were really good for helping me like learn how to do my eyeliner, and now that I know how to do it, I can use, like normal eyeliner. But like I said, definitely recommend. And that was everything for this video. Make sure to let me know which page was your favorite. I think my favorite was probably the CoverGirl eyebrow page. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My merch, my website, and all my social media will be linked down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!